1970 Dodge Challenger was a banner year for the car, producing almost 80,000 cars with many different options available, and you could pick up to 9 different engine choices. It's all about looking back through rose-tinted glasses to figure out which engine was the real man's man one to pick. The one featured in this diecast car is the 426 Hemi, which could get around that many horsepower if all things were going in your favor. The Hemi engine option seems to get the most attention, however the 440 and 383 are no slouches. This diecast seems to be painted in either Rally Red or Scorch Red, which is a darker shade. We say it's somewhere in the middle between the two. It's a little bit dark, but not as dull as maybe the GTX was. It looks nice and has a bright white top, however it has trim to distinguish it as it might be a vinyl. We couldn't really find too many pictures of an example that had a red body and a white top, so if you guys know any more information, please let us know. There's a slew of retro-inspired new cars coming out, and it's nice to see that the Challenger, unlike the Charger, has gotten a proper 2-door only nod to the past. I mean, who really wants to drive a 4-door car anyways, especially if it says Charger on the side. The red paint job looks nice, but the white top might be better if it were simply painted black. The striping along the car, which calls to going fast on a nice summer day, looks pale and faded, as if they were just white decals placed over red paint. This is a thing in modeling that you have to be concerned about as well. You can see through their white striping and they look cheap. The rearview mirror is in black, but there's a large shaft holding it in place, which makes it look like a toy. There is also no sun visors as there were in the GTX kit we reviewed. The interior has a nice amount of details, including super sharp decals for the dash. There's a manual shifter, but it does not look very accurate, and it's simply just a stick pointing up. Nor does the all-chrome steering wheel. That looks pretty glaring, and I'm not sure why they didn't paint it. The GTX was in 1/25th scale, and this one is in 1/24th, which is slightly bigger. And in modeling terms, that's a big difference. So if you had both of these compared together, you wouldn't get an accurate scale of the cars. This scale war, as it were, has been a big issue in modeling ever since they started. It seems like the larger scale 1/18 scale seem to have a foothold in the diecast market, as there is not too many 1/19 scale or 1/20th ones around to compete. The coolest part of this car is definitely the shaker hood. There's a notch in the hood that allows the air filter to reach through to grab as much clean air as possible for maximum power. Well, it might not do as much as it looks like it does, but it sure does look badass. And you would be the coolest person on your block if you had a car that had a hood like that. Cars in the 60s and 70s had that. Tuner cars now have fold your coffee can size exhaust. I think I'll take the older cars. Inside the engine compartment, we start out by seeing there is paint missing underneath the hood, just like in the GTX. But this seems like there is more paint missing even. The sidewalls on all Dodge cars usually are painted body color, and in this one they're black. The engine is painted black with silver for the headers, and it really should be in Hemi orange or Hugger orange. The hood scoop takes up the majority of the area in the engine bay, so if you want a diecast that has a lot of engine detail, you might want to stick with one that doesn't have a hood scoop, as you can't remove it. The Challenger is a nice car for collectors and a big staple at car shows. There's simply a lot of different versions available and many options to pick from. Looking around online, it seems that there were 9 different engine choices you could put in the car, as well as a whole host of paint colors and combinations. 60s and 70s cars really could be customized in so many ways. Now cars can either be bland white or bland black, it seems like. This diecast car is a nice attempt and a great deal considering the low cost it was. It has many of the same problems as the previous GTX I reviewed. It's not totally accurate, but it gets the job done. And for me, I plan on customizing it, so it's a nice opportunity to make it look a lot better. It also has vinyl wheels, opening doors and hood, and chrome on the rear mirrors, which is a nice little touch. The only thing really missing is a tank of gas and a Mustang to race against. For pink slips, of course. When this car came out, there were many other body styles that looked similar. The Challenger, the Cuda, the Camaro, the Firebird, and even the Mustang. It's kind of tough telling them apart if you're just starting out in car history. The Challenger looks more aerodynamic than the Cuda might. The Challenger is a fun car and there's much history to discover. If you had one of these, please let us know in the comments below and share your stories with everybody else. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more toy reviews. We've also added photos into our gallery, so check the link below.